Somebody pulls aggro, base on 5, but morale stays idle. Boss too big, gears not right. Someone yells, stand it, now we fight. Laugh it off, respawn quick. Clip it cause you know that moment sticks. If you've ever stayed for the wipe, you're our kind. Donkeys, eyes locked tight. Say it with me, this is our night. Load it, hold fast, raise it up. If it hits the fan, we double down. No clean runs, no backing out. We build it loud, we burn it out. Load it, hold fast, you're in the crew. Every wild plan breaking through. If you're here when it all goes wrong, you belong. You belong. Good decisions later, bad decisions now. Drunken dragon gaming, we're
All right. Hello and welcome to Drunken Dragon Gaming, where the drinks are cold, the meals are warm, and the games are on fire. Tonight we're kicking off a little bit later. My tabletop session wound up getting canceled, so we're jumping back into some belts of iron. We are going to focus on figuring out these steam turbines. And see if we can't get that power situation going for us. I'll be interested to see how that works. We've got our lubricated gears, we've got steel, so we've got all the materials we need, I think. And then, yeah, I think we've got ourselves a pretty good, we've done pretty good coming down through all this. And we've got this here, where what's 1,000 of each, so we've almost got enough electrical data packs to go ahead and unlock that research speed. But then we've got these piercing rounds, which needs 100 tactical data packs, and that would actually be nice, you know, but those are ballistic rounds plus steel. And there's also grenades with coal, copper, and pipes. So, yeah, we got some options to work with here. But to kick things off, when we ended last night, we had just put down the steam turbine to try to figure out how it worked, and it just wants steam. So steam's created by sending water into a combustion generator. Steam can be used in steam turbines to generate electricity more efficiently. Okay, wait a minute. So does that mean... what does that mean? Let's... Let's look at a combustion generator. Need a stone furnace. And we need some copper wire. Alright, combustion generator. Hey, I'm going to assume the combustion generator is going to require some kind of a heat source. Try to give it a little platform here to sit on. Alright. So then, I guess we gotta make the liquid thing. As y'all can tell, we're just gonna jump straight into it here because we don't have a lot of time this evening. Hey, Ashes, how you doing, buddy? Hey, man. I gotta tell you, I don't disagree with you on the enchilada thing, but man, I don't know about that pineapple on pizza thing. You are a great friend. Yeah, I thought you'd appreciate that I watched that. Okay, I made the fluid extractor. Where did it put it? I don't... Am I blind? Oh, yep, I'm blind. Okay. They're sitting right there. Okay, so... Put this in the water. And then, okay, we're gonna need some more pipes. Belt is too steep. Okay. How do I make it not steep? Okay, so I gotta kind of bring it around this way. That would connect there. Okay, now I guess steam comes out of here. It goes up to there. Okay. Just experimenting right now. Just see if we can get this thing figured out. Water and heat. Yeah, so we gotta have, it's gotta have fuel. So if I make a little bit more of this. Connect that to there, and this to there. I've only got one piece of coal, but okay. Got the pipe coming in the wrong side. maybe, oh, what if, we'll put this once. It's going to be more like this. Have that connected. Alright, we got a coal generator over here. We're going to go grab coal out of this. Just so we can load it in there to see what happens. I'm going to take that whole stack of coal. I want to see what this does. This will help us figure out our system. This is not where we're going to build steam turbines, by the way. This is just our experimentation area. Yeah, 900 a minute. $900 steam a minute. Okay. That generates 500 kilowatts. How much steam does this make? I don't know how much steam this makes. So, like, how many steam turbines can we run off of one combustion generator? Yeah, that's a valid question. So we need to find a good spot with coal, I think. I don't think that doing the oil is. I don't think doing the oil is effective. It's not effective at all. Not for power, at least. Okay, so I don't know how much. Oh wait, can I maybe look at the pipe? Maybe that'll tell me. Flow rate 900 per minute. Right. Well, that's because that's what that machine takes. And that number's bouncing around so much I can't tell. I can't tell what it's doing. Flow rate 972 a minute. I don't know how much water per minute it needs. So we're going to have to, we got more experimentation to do with this. So I think maybe we're going to build an area near water with coal and see if we can't do these steam turbines, connect them to the grid and see how that plays. So we need a new coal deposit. Alright, so the next closest coal deposit is down there, but he's using that one. Okay, so there's coal that way. be a long way to run power line. What's the thing to make the trains? It wants a combustion generator. Okay. The rail line is steel and stone. Almost feel like I should have a factory making that. Because, man, that's a long ways across the water. This coal's already been used up for steel. I want to have, if I want to do this, I want a dedicated coal line to this. Such a mess of all this ferro crystal. I got nowhere to put it. That's right, we can do the Mark II conveyor belts now too. Which for the bullets, that worked out great. Hey, yeah, I was debating on what I was going to play tonight. And then I decided, you know what, we still got a little bit left of this demo. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Trying to take a look out here to see if we've got anything we can tap into out here. It's a nice big open space, but it's so open that it's got no nodes. See those little dots out there in the distance. I'm curious to see what we've got going on there. From a distance, you can't tell if it's oil or if it's coal. Lots of options down there. But man, this is a long ways away. I think that might be oil. Because it's got that slightly translucent look to it. But that could just be because of the rain. Yeah, it's oil. See, it doesn't have any of the little rock nuggets around it. Yep. Oh, this is a slightly thicker node of oil. Oh, there's coal over there. Oh wait, that might be coal. As dark as that is, I'm pretty certain that's coal over there. So it's over here where we know that it's coal. Coal. I guess we pull the water up from there. Alright, give me just a quick second, chap. I'm gonna grab a smoke. I gotta check on a work thing real fast. Alright, something I don't have to worry about. At least not right now. Hope everybody's been having a good week. Yeah, I had my unfortunate thing, so I don't know how many of y'all been keeping up, but beginning of the week, got our new TV stand, got it all put together on Sunday. Got the TV that I purchased a few months back, and hooked it up and found that the screen was shattered. That was depressing. So managed to order a new TV. New TV arrived today. So I'm going, yay, woo! Take a look at the box. I can see there's a puncture on the box. I'll make sure to take pictures of that. The damage to the box. I go ahead and unbox it and take a look. I don't see any damage on the inside or anything, so like, okay, we might be okay. So then I, put the legs on the TV, get it up on the TV stand, and hook the power up to it. And hook the power up to it. As soon as it cuts on, oh, look at that, half the screen's not working. So returning another TV. Starting to feel like I'm not meant to have a TV in my living room. All right, so I've got my steam power idea. Now that we have our idea on how it works, I don't know if the pipes have a limitation on how much you can shove through them. Zella saying, good to see you. Sounds like your kind of luck. Oh man, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's how it's been going. Hey, at least I did get my car back yesterday, and it's running. It took a week and a half. The band metal assembly exploded on it and put a hole in the radiator the size of a silver dollar. So yeah, the last couple of weeks have been a little on the rough side. But we've had some good streams. Enjoying the next fest. Of course, next week we'll get back to our regular rotation. We may add some new ones into the rotation. Okay, so I don't know the limitations on pipes. Since the coal is right there, I did not bring a lot of stuff with me. I should have brought more stuff with me because I am 2,000 meters away from home. That's going to be a long walk. But, well, hold on. Wait a minute. All right, so we got a cold node there. We got a cold node there. I think there was another cold node closer to the house. Or closer to that's where we started at. I wish there was a way for me to mark this. Oh, there is. There is. It just makes things very confusing. I know how to mark this. We can mark this spot by putting down a research table. Make a research table. I'll put that in place. Alright, we'll just put this here for now, because that's just going to be working as our marker. Right? So now we got to make our way back towards this research table. See, that's the problem. All the research tables look the same on the compass, so trying to make sure you run into the right one, because it's the only way to mark anything on the compass. Kind of hoping that we'll get something in the future to be able to put some kind of a marker down for certain areas so that it's easier to find things. I love how he's done all the different biomes in this. The transition seems fairly smooth. And it doesn't seem like different biomes have different materials. Which I think that would be an interesting thing to have. Yeah, you gotta go out to the desert for oil, or you gotta go up to the tundra for oil. You know, that kind of a thought. Yeah, see, there's coal right here. At least I think that's coal. No. Maybe. It's dark. Yeah, there's coal right there. There's coal right down there. Oh crap. I lost my... Is that the right way? $927, almost 2,000, 1,000, yes. Alright, so this coal is kind of in between two spots. There are two coal nodes here. Is there water nearby? No, but I've already got... Oh, I got coal going right here because I'm pulling iron from there. So we've got coal right here, which is definitely closer to the base. So I think it's coal. Looks like coal. Little smoke things look like they're coal. No, that's oil. Okay. But, alright, so we know we've got a coal right there, which definitely is not far from our base. So, and we know we've got water down here. Okay. I think we might have an idea. Oh, what was it that wanted the 1,000 of each? This one? Yeah, uploads the research stuff faster? Okay. This wants 250 of each. I mean, increasing the upload speed for our data packs isn't really necessary because we're not making enough to make that a thing. Oh, okay, so this is actually choking on gears. Okay, what if I do this? I got an idea. Put a merger and a splitter. Alright, so same as the merger. So we'll hook it up like there. And then put the splitter like there. I'm going to take this and run that there. See what happens. It emptied itself. That belt's going to wind up emptying, which is unfortunate. Trying to balance this thing is quite the balancing act, to be honest. Oh. Actually, this might actually work. Maybe not. Okay. It's an idea. Alright. Back to what we were actually working on. $12.19. That one's $7.53. Alright, so we're going to use that one. Alright, that's going to be our closed coal deposit to use. But we are going to get ourselves a bunch of concrete so that we can actually build everything for the steam turbines. Let's get some of those. Okay. Then we need some of this. And we're going to need... Let's go for 10 combustion generators. That might be more than what the coal can handle, but I don't know how much coal per minute these are going to use for making steam. Alright, then... Oh, ran out of copper wire. Okay. That was part of the reason I wanted to come back here, because got all of our primary building materials. sitting in this area. Get those out of my pocket. Alright, now I guess our combustion generators. Oh, and we're going to need to grab more plates. Alright, then we're going to need, I don't know how many fluid extractors we're going to need. I have no idea on this either. Wiring kits, pipes. Don't have a lot of steel in my pocket. It's 2 steel per pipe. Let's go ahead and spend 20 of our hard-earned steel. And we're going to run back over to the steel place. Eventually what I want to do is have a train run through and have kind of like a little shopping mall for all of our stuff. Alright, steam turbines. How many wiring kits do I have? I need more. Ingots, copper wire. We're going to need more copper wire. This one's 8 per. Yo, let's just work with the 5 steam turbines, see if we can get that all functioning, and then go from there. So we got our combustion generators. I want to figure out how many steam turbines can one combustion generator run. So that's what we're going to work towards. Because honestly, I think we get that kind of power going, and we should be solid. So I'm going to set up a line for these combustion generators, similar to how we ran the coal power. I just had to remember not to run wires to them, because that's the thing we learned earlier. You run a wire to the combustion generator, it's assuming you're wanting to make power with wood or coal. If you don't run a wire to it, then it'll make steam, and you can run that steam into the steam generators. Alright, how are we looking products wise? Alright, we are going to try running with 1 fluid extractor. Let's just see what it can do. What we're going to need is pipes. We've got 7. Let's get a few more. Oh, and we're going to want some pipe junctions. So, I need a few of those. Make 2 of these. Because I think it's going to look nice. Alright, and then we're out of pipes, so we need more pipes. That's it. Our inventory is out of steel. So we will try to make do with what we got here. So the coal and the water are both going to connect to the back end of the combustion generators. Okay, I think we've got a plan. Or at the very least, we have the makings of a plan. But we don't need that research table way off in the distance. We probably had coal much closer, and we can just do it right over here. Oh, I leave a smoke trail behind me. I didn't know that. Oh, how cool. The floor actually blocks the rain. That's nice. You never know. Some games it lets the rain just go straight through the floors, no matter what they're made out of. Others don't. So it's nice to see that he thought about having that actually block the rain. I like that. I like stuff that you can make that'll actually, kind of block out the weather. Alright, now, the water is down there. The coal is over there. I'm thinking... Oh, do I have what I need for an electric drill? Oh, thank goodness. I'm thinking... set things up like down there somewhere. Oh boy. Ooh, almost didn't make it. Alright. Now, it would be nice that if you've got the material in your pocket, that it would just go to the next stack. Alright, so this is going to give us 105.018. call permit. That's what it says. That does 240 items per minute. Just not sure that there's a need. We're going to use them anyways just because it's fun. Oh my goodness. Trying to go down this hill. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Oh. Alright. That actually worked. Because I trust the belt more than I do the pipe. Okay, I think this this is going to be our area. To kind of lay things out. Stacked right there. A zoop mode would be really nice in this. And how much space do I need? I don't know. I know that I'm not going to need as much space as what I'm making. But alright, then we got a big old gap to fill in. run this. Alright, we're going to start with one combustion generator. Oh, I didn't bring the splitters with me. I built a little closer than what it wants. Then that goes straight in there. Okay. Steam generators. We're going to go ahead and put all 5 down. Oh, okay. That's actually easier than I thought it was going to be. So let's do this like this. Oh, do those actually connect if I do it like that? Or do they need a little bit of space between them? Let's connect them together like that. Let's see. That's going to be pretty cool if that works that way. Alright, and then we run a pipe. Out of this and into that. And this is where we gotta figure out how pipes are going to function for us, because I need a way to run that water to more than one generator. Unless okay. I have an idea. Don't know if it's gonna work, but I have an idea. There's not a good clean way to set those up. I need a power line. just going to connect to the end here. Like that. Get rid of this tree, it's going to be in the way. Alright, we're going to go with one liquid extractor. Here it is. That's going to run like that. Then we'll go ahead, because I don't want to have to come back over here and hook that up. Now, bring this down this way. Okay, no, it does not connect like that. So you need to leave enough room to be able to put down a pipe. See if that can just run those two. Okay. Still can't tell how much steam it's making. Water's still going up. We're getting plenty of water out of that one extractor. All right. What we're going to do is connect that. It's producing 1,000 kilowatts, looks like. Oh, 500. 1,000. Okay. It's 72%. It's not complaining about the steam though. Huh. Throw one more on there. Okay, here we're not getting enough steam. Okay. Alright, so we finally found the limit. So now, this is where the challenge is. Okay. How to run the water Oh, that might... don't know if that's going to work. Well, first we need our combustion generator. It is right there. So... give it a little bit of rope. And then put another splitter. go. Go with our red belts just because. I know there's getting plenty of water, so I'm not worried about that. Alright, let's grab our junction. Okay, it does let me do that. Oh, it lets me do that too. Okay. So then, in theory, if I do this, does that work? There's no pumps for the pipeline, so then in theory I can do this here. It's only selling 2,500 kilowatts. Is this somehow not connected to the rest of the power grid? How is this working? Oh, that thunder made me jump. see. Alright, chat. I'm gonna grab a smoke real quick, and I'll explain what I just figured out. Once the thunderstorm's over, because it's really loud. Serious thunderstorm. But it's exciting way that he's got this set up. Man, I want to talk about it. I don't want to wait for this thunderstorm. Uh-oh. Why is that spinning? No, that looks fine. That looks fine there. Am I still here, chat? Everything on my computer says I'm still here, but I'm looking at the stream and it's spinning. Let's check. Okay. Alright, no, we're still here. Maybe a little concerned for a second. Alright, so we've kind of sort of got the steam figured out. My best guesstimate on this says it's hard to read the numbers. One combustion will fuel 3 steam turbines. So with 2 combustion engines, you could have 6 steam turbines. 6 steam turbines going to give you 3,000 power. So here's what I figured out by running down that line, because I was a little confused at first. It runs a power priority. So it's going to prioritize using the power from the steam generator. So it's going to use your best power first. And then these other power generators, they'll kick on if we exceed what we're getting from the steam generators. So if we need more power, then these will kick on. Now, that's cool. Helps save fuel. Helps, especially since the oil, the coal, and whatnot are finite resources. That's great, but the downside is that we can't look at the power grid and get a feel for what the total amount of power is that we actually have available in the grid. So right now, when you look at it, it only tells me I've got 2,500 available. Now, out of that 2,500, I'm using 500. Now, when it's telling me the amount of strain I put on the grid, it's saying the grid is at a 0% strain. The reason it's saying that is because it knows it has a whole bunch of backup power to run with. But I don't know when that's going to run out of power. Now, a cool and interesting way that I think would be to do this, granted, we have not set up our trains yet. Trains are going to be exciting when we get into that. I think. Because my question is, okay, these trains are steam engines. So, are we going to need to have coal and water spots for the train to reload? Or is the train just a train and we don't have to worry about providing it with fuel? Yeah, see here we've got this running with the solid fuel. Then we're getting from oil. But it's not running. It's not producing anything. Okay, so one of our steam generators stopped getting enough steam. We dropped down to 2,000 kilowatts. So, and see the load says 0%. That's where it gets confusing because see, power generated. This has 240 kilowatts they can generate. It's generating 0. The load says it's at 0%. Grid satisfaction is wanting, looks like we're maxing out around 800 something, maybe 900 something. So we're producing twice the power that we're needing. So the load should really say 50%. So it's got a math issue that's got going on there. So let's head back over to our steam turbines. Because obviously something has gone awry over there. Yeah, these all say the same thing. It had 2,500 earlier. We've got 5 steam generators. But one of the steam generators is not getting enough steam. Now that could be that we aren't pushing enough water up the line. Which is entirely a possibility. Speaking of which, let's make an extra one of these. Just in case. I'm glad the thunderstorm's over. It's very loud. This planet has some very angry thunderstorms. But they look good. The graphics and stuff that he's done, I like it. It looks really good. Okay. Alright, now that water line shows that it's full. But I think the water line has an issue with going uphill. Okay, and this looks like we got plenty of water going. Let's check our storages. Because we did water storages on purpose. Water storage has plenty. But this is not getting any water. So why is that not getting water? Okay, let's try something. What we're going to do, we are going to make, yeah, see, that steam generator down there at the end. Because we're not getting enough water, we're not producing nearly enough steam. So let's see if we can figure out why this is not playing nice. From what I can tell, alright, because we're going uphill, let's see what happens if we add. I don't think this is going to work this way. I mean, to be perfectly honest, it shouldn't work this way. But we're going to add another fluid extractor. We are going to put an intersection here. Connect our pipe, right? Now see, that instantly filled up, but that's because it's going downhill. So I'm wondering if he has included gravity, which if he has is awesome, but it's not good. Alright, let's see if that pushes a little extra water up the pipeline. It's raining again. Still not getting the water. Okay. Another idea. What if we remove that one water storage? What if we do that? Make it only fill one water tank rather than two. Alright. As soon as I did that, we wound up getting a flow. So that makes me wonder that number's going down quickly. So how does the fluid need to run then to go uphill? Because there's no... We got a pipe junction, and we got fluid storage. That's what we have. Well, that and the fluid extractor. So how do we make that go better with running uphill? Oh, do I need to... That's got a downhill slope to it. So... What if... What if I remove this? And what if we set this up like this? connect there. No, it's not going to work like that. Okay. This has to be up a little bit higher. Will that work? No, it's wanting to do a funky connection. So what I'm thinking here, chat, is that I've got to run the water up to a tank and then down. Oh, wait a minute. What if I do this? So I'm trying to go there. What if I go up here? Okay, set up like that. Alright, that starts to fill. Got a pretty decent flow rate, I think. Alright, so then we're going to take from here and connect to there. Still not making enough water pressure. I'm seeing the tank fill up. Oh, maybe this is a give it a little bit of time thing. So see, it's kicked off 2 generators. Okay, there's a 3rd generator starting to kick off. Trying to figure out the fluid dynamics of this game is a little challenging. Well, let's see if it gets the other 2. So I think that tank's filling up. We had this running all 5 of them. I think the up and over thing is a problem. Think what we'd have to do I think that second combustion engine, I think it's not getting any water. %, full, and it's still going up. Okay. The flow rate has dropped. Yeah, see, this is barely producing any steam. Same thing here. They're both just getting a trickle of water. Why? It does have a fourth one going now. Why is it, this is full. I wonder if this is a kind of a hurry up and wait scenario, maybe? Because the water tanks are filling up, so we're obviously not using all the water, but why is this running at such a low amount? And does steam count as a fluid? Can I run steam into a fluid storage? That's another fun question. But it doesn't matter if I can run steam into the fluid storage right now because we're not making enough. Why? What's the... Tried adding another fluid extractor. That didn't seem to really change anything. That thing up there was filling up fine until we connect down here. And then when we connect to this pipeline, it starts to complain. What's wrong with this pipeline? What's the issue? See, that's got 4 generators running. Why aren't we making more steam? Because what I'm seeing it looks like it's just not getting enough water. So I'm just not sure what the demand here is. Oh, wait a minute. I'm starting to see this kind of fill up a little bit more with steam. 44%. Okay. Each of these want 900 steam, right? Is it going up or down? Neither. It's just staying the same. $38.60 a minute. And I hate to do it, but it feels like we need another fluid extractor. Oh, but I don't have the materials for that. Okay. Not in my pocket. Trying to figure out the fluids. Definitely an interesting challenge because it just all of a sudden it just stopped. I think those combustion engines are plenty. They're just not getting the water they need. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna grab a smoke chat, then we're gonna run over to the steel area. We're gonna grab some steel so we can make some pipes. And we're gonna grab stuff to be able to make some more wiring kits and whatnot. We're gonna make one more fluid extractor and attach it to the system. And see if that makes a change. I don't feel like adding the second one really made a difference. But there's a chance that it did. Because I haven't seen water at higher elevations. Which makes sense. But then you've got the battle of bringing your fluid uphill if you're wanting to set up like I have. Because water seems to be pretty much at the lowest point. So you can't bring the water downhill. So the water has to go uphill no matter what. Even if it's only a little bit uphill. Still gotta bring it uphill. There's gotta be a better solution to this. Granted, I just don't know what it is. Because there's not pumps for the belt, for the pipes. And I don't think the extra fluid extractor is adding extra pressure to the pipe. Or is it like satisfactory and the pipe has a limit? But it doesn't say that the pipe has a limit, and where it's sitting at seems like it'd be a weird limit. So yeah, I think that the only thing that makes sense to try is to try and make another fluid extractor. That's the only thing that seems to make any sense. So, I mean, granted, it's got it back with 4 of the 5 generators running. I want to see the pipeline full. I think this is still going up little bit by little bit. Alright, yep, steel. So we're going to make a trip in this direction. And now, since, you know, one of the things that's brought up in the game is how to fight off the aliens and stuff, I'd like to see more variety on the aliens rather than just the little doggos at the little spots. And don't get me wrong, it's a great first taste with the demo. Do I have wiring kits on me? No. But I can make wiring kits. Okay. This one's 8 wiring kits. I had enough to make... not enough. Okay. I don't think I put a research table down where the steel was. Maybe Jenny did. I'm not sure. Or at least he put one down near. Yeah, I know where I'm at. Hey, Da Vinci, how are you tonight? I am trying to figure out the fluid dynamics in this game. So we're getting the steam turbine. So we moved along pretty far in the demo. This is our 3rd episode on the demo. And it's pretty nice. The game's got a lot of promise. Yeah. Yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot, trying to figure things out, seeing how it does its own stuff. Well, that, and I just wanted to touch all the different things that were available in it. My first episode that I did on Tuesday, the developer actually showed up in my chat. And it's a one-man team. So I'm not quite building this to the scale that I normally would. Alright, let's grab some steel. Now, we needed pipes. Yeah, I thought it was real cool. He even joined my Discord. So I've been in communication with him, which I think is the other reason I've been feeling the urge to play more of this. That and honestly on the Next Fest, the games I saw available on Next Fest this time around, there was a few that looked interesting to me, but not that there weren't a whole lot of them that really grabbed me. Alright, we got everything we need to make that fluid extractor. Alright. Well, that's all we wanted. Alright, let's try this experiment. See if we can make this work. I made sure to grab extra steel. A few things that would be nice in the game. It doesn't have a map, although the game is procedurally generated. I should say it currently doesn't have a map. The ability to zoop our platforms when trying to build would be nice. I saw he does have it set up where we can do multi-destruction, but we can't do multi-build. But he said that it's on the to-do list. Running into some collision issues trying to do the zoop mode. You know, and I like the simplistic graphical style. Number one, it doesn't put a huge strain on my video card. So, you know, it makes it where I can sit here with my computer underneath my desk and makes it where I don't feel like I'm sitting next to a blast furnace. A few of the other more recent games, the video card still handles it just fine, but boy, it gets warm. But then again, I'm still on a 12 gig 3060. Haven't done the whole upgrade my computer thing. Because that requires finances, and finances are going to gymnastics and other things. So, alright, there's our water. So we're going to come down from here. May have to change how we've got the power running between these. Yeah. Alright. Alright, we've got our water, we got our fluid extractor. So we're going to plop that down right here. Alright, then we're going to disconnect this for a second. Only for a second. That way we can connect from there to there. And then we're going to take this and connect that there. Alright, now that's 3 fluid extractors. Says its target extraction rate is 3,600. Keeps going output paused. Okay. Well, the flow rate went up. Upgrades are overrated. You're not wrong, Da Vinci. Alright, I'm gonna try this. Let's see if this does anything for us. Why? Forty percent, 40%, 33%. Oh. Oh, I see the last one moving. It's thinking about it. Five. And yeah, those fluid extractors chew down a lot of power. So what's it gonna take? Okay, well then we're going to find out something else. I don't think this is gonna work, but I gotta find out. Oh, it does work. Okay, the steam tank actually does a thing. Why is it not filling up the pipes? That's cool. It classifies steam as a fluid. Okay. That's got number 3 going. no matter how I try to turn these, I can't get a good way to get the water flowing nice to it. Then again, steam's a gas. I could probably, instead of having the water come up and over, have the steam go up and over. Or have the water run without that. What happens when I remove this? Does that change anything? That make it where that thing doesn't run? I've got a fourth one starting to try to spin up. I had all 5 of these running earlier. And the issue seems to be the water or something with the flow rate of these pipes. Maybe the pass-through isn't good. Yeah, because they're barely getting any steam, even though the tank has got plenty. $2,300 on the flow rate. 4,000 on the flow rate. Now this is running. This has got some definite glitches to it. Steam power is definitely glitchy. Okay, that's got the 4th one running. Maybe it is a hurry up and wait. It's got to get so much steam in it before it passes through. But, I mean, I'm just not sure, chat, because there's nothing that tells us a limitation on the flow rates or anything. So as far as I can tell, far as I can tell, we got this all set up correctly. But like, see here, where this bend is, I wonder what if I remove that and then reconnect it. This doesn't make any sense. Let's remove those. Let's try redoing the pipe. Oh, that actually looks better. Do I need to... Give me a line that lets me know I'm lined up. Nope. Okay, I can't rotate the way I want to. Okay, so I've got to do this first. Take this, connect there. Okay, that's got a better feel to it. The pipe junctions are the problem. As soon as I put the pipe junction in, huh. See, this pipe junction's at 5,000. That's at 22. That's 26. That's 47. That's not how fluids work. I had this running all 5 turbines, so I don't understand. First off, I don't understand why it's not filling up the pipeline. As soon as I put that pipe junction on, this pipeline right here, all of a sudden, started with just wanting to run with a trickle of water. Hey, Jenny. We learned good things about the power tonight. I just don't understand why I can't get that 5th turbine running. Like I said, it was running earlier. Just don't know what's... I'm grabbing a smoke shot while I'm trying to figure this out. I'm thinking. Yeah, Jenny, the fluid dynamics on this is a little odd. Yes, I've done that several times. Repeatedly. Weirdly, so here's the thing, is that it ran fine until I put the pipe junction on. But I have to have the junction to be able to get the water to the other boiler. So something with the way the pipe junction's working seems to be odd. The numbers aren't playing nice in my head. And they should be, because this looks like a pretty straightforward thing, but something's not playing nice in it. And yeah, Jenny, I decided tonight that since I started so late, with everything else I had going on today, that I was just going to focus on getting the steam turbines going, and then next time we can play with the trains. Yeah, well, here's a really weird thing. So, check this out. There's water, there's a bend, the very next pipe piece is empty. And I have removed and replaced and reset. I haven't tried that. I can try this. Go from there straight to the junction. See if that does anything. I don't think adding any more fluid extractors to this is going to help. I've got 3 of them now. And with 2 of them, it was still the same result. 4 turbines. But earlier, the way the math was working, looked like you run 6. Looked like you could run 3 turbines off of 1 combustion generator. when I was running with just the one. And honestly, if I remove this, see, that's definitely going up. But its output, I got an output flow rate of 2,700. This thing has a flow rate of 4,400. So why am I not outputting Oh, you know what? That would help. Oh, it turned for a second. Oh my God. I've been sitting here trying to stress this, trying to figure out these numbers, trying to figure out why that last one wasn't running. Why is it not running? Because I didn't have a freaking pipe between these two. I didn't go check the simple solution first, chat. Oh. We spent the last hour chasing our tail on this. Not realizing that we never actually connected those. As we reran the power line. Well, no, because we had all of them running. It was at 2,500. We were back in the main base. We saw it drop down to 2,000. So we came back here to try to figure out what was going on. Alright. Now we're going up or down? I see. So, I think my math is wrong. It's not. It's not 3 steam generators per combustion generator. It's 2. So then, if we add another combustion generator here, and then what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to bring this down to here. It's got to be far enough in for that. Then put that there. Then we have to remove this, this, this. Those all have to be removed. Then this comes over to here, like that. And then we add that there. And then run that to there. Alright, that's got water going to 3 of them. Then this that gets removed. Then we're going to bring this forward. Try to get lined up nicely. And bring that to there. Then add that there. And then lastly, we go from here to there. And then the final piece, we grab our belt splitter. Line up. That goes there. That goes there. Now, what does that do for us? Are you getting water? Okay, you're getting water like the rest of them are. Very oddly. Flow rate's still the same, but its number's going up. Okay. I think I see all 5 of them running. They're at 2,500. This is still going up slowly, but it's still going up. Okay. That's what we want. Alright, so your safe bet on your math is 2 steam turbines per combustion generator. Seemed like it was more, but the way that it's got this water running makes things questionable. Alright, well chat, we got our steam turbines going, which is our goal for tonight. Hey, Casey. I hadn't forgotten you. I hadn't had a chance to watch the video. Things have been a little crazy here at the house. I promise I will catch up to it though. So I want to see your build. Gen X, what's going on? Well, you know, the truck got stuck. I had a stuck truck, so that's what prevented me from watching your video. Metaphorically. I hear you, Gen X. Alright, that's still rising, so that's good. So I had the metaphorical truck stuck. Yeah, before I wrap up here, just kind of give you the rundown of things. So, car broke down a couple weeks ago. Finally got it back yesterday. The fan belt assembly exploded and put a hole the size of a silver dollar in my radiator. I believe we will be playing some roadcraft tomorrow night. Yeah, big hole in the radiator. Matter of fact, my mechanic, he was determined to save the radiator so that when I came to pick up the car, he could show me. But, so then on Sunday, I've had this TV that I bought months and months and months ago, 65-inch TV, for my living room to replace the one that died 2 years ago. But I've had this TV sitting here forever and a day because I didn't have the extra hands I needed to be able to mount this thing on the wall. So finally I gave up on the whole mounting on the wall thing and I got myself a TV stand. That way I had a place for the TV to go. So alright, myself, my daughter, my wife, my middle daughter, she was very interested in getting hands-on with tools and whatnot. And so she had a lot of fun building the TV stand. She was looking forward to watching anime on the big TV. And then get the TV up on the stand, plug it up, and discover the screen shattered. Wow, okay. That was a major disappointment. So then I was like, okay, well, I got a little bit of wiggle room inside my firm, so I'm going to order another TV. So I ordered another TV. TV showed up today. I get home, take a look. I see some damage on the box. I was like, oh, I don't like that. But, okay. So we unbox it, everything. Hook up the TV, and only half the screen works. So, of course, that TV is getting returned, and I'm going to have to figure out what I want to do about getting a third TV. And hope that one survives the transit. And what I'm doing right now, Chad, the whole reason you see me just kind of standing here, I want to make sure that this system actually stays running now. I don't like the fact that we can't see that the pipes are full. I'd be much happier if I could see that the pipes were full. That would make me much, much, much happier. But that's all stuff that I've mentioned to the dev. He seems to be a pretty nice guy. And open to input. But, of course, he has his own vision for the game, so. But he likes getting the input, so I'm happy about that. Alright, I think we've got the power situated with these steam turbines now. Now, with running the 3, so like I said, it's 2, I think. Hey, earlier in the stream I told y'all that it was a 3-to-1. Because that's how it looked. That's how it was running. Now, expanding it, this feels more like it is a 2-to-1 conversion. Which isn't bad when you think about it, because the combustion generator by itself, if you're just producing power with it, you get 250 megawatts. If you're using it to make steam and you power 2 steam turbines, you get 1,000 megawatts or kilowatts. So absolutely worth it. Just gotta kind of get that math figured out. So, but you can get quadruple the power by making steam easily. Because each steam turbine produces 500. And the other thing that I was pointing out is that all of our other sources of power that we got set up aren't running right now. The game runs with a power matrix from what I can see, and it does the trickle down. So it's going to use our strongest power first. So it's going to run off the steam turbines. Now, once we max out the power to come from these 5 steam turbines, then it'll start kicking on some of our other generators. Because right now the other generators aren't running at all. And because they're not running, that's the downside. Because they're not running, when I go look at this power pole, it only tells me we got 2,500 kilowatts. Well, we're only getting, that's just what we're getting here from the steam turbine. It's also got weird math on the power grid load, because, we can see that we're getting up to 1/3 of these kilowatts. But I think the reason it's doing this power grid load at 0% is because we've got all that backup power now. So, I think we have satisfied what we're going to need for power for the rest of the game. I don't think we're going to need, well, for the rest of the demo. Let me be more specific on that. I think we've got that covered. And that was the goal for tonight. The goal for tonight was to work on these steam turbines, get them figured out. And then when we play again on Saturday, I'm not sure what time on Saturday, but when we play again on Saturday, that's when we will start playing with the trains and getting a lot more production going. But I think Saturday will probably be the last episode of this demo. But hey, for a demo to grab me enough to do 4 episodes, even though this was a little bit of a shorter episode, says a lot about the demo. So yeah, this has been great. Alright, well, chat, I am going to need to wrap it up here. Let me take a quick look. I got an idea where we're going already. because I believe the boys are playing some Icarus, and chances are I'm probably going to hop in with them if they'll have me, which usually they will. So, but it is time for me to wrap up here. You should have showed up earlier, Casey. It's gotten late, so I gotta go be the grown up, you know. Yeah, they're in the middle of doing that. I don't see. I'm doing a quick check here. Okay, I do not see anybody else playing Belts of Iron. If they were playing Belts of Iron, then I'd redirect over to them. I understand, Casey. So for tonight, we are going to go visit the robots, and they're playing some Icarus. And like I said, chances are I'm probably going to hop in with them, since I've got all that experience in Icarus. So usually what winds up happening is that I hop in with them, and I give them a few extra lessons on Icarus without trying to advance them too far too fast. So, all right, chat. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you next time.
Dragged every monster through the pixel rain. Screens dim slow, but the heart stays loud. We stand together like a storm-born crowd. Not just viewers, now you're part of the crew. Every wind hits harder 'cause we roll with you. Ash in the air, bass thunder on feet. Another long night, but we don't retreat. Glow on the screen like an ember in steel. You stay till the end, and that's something real. So hit that like, hit subscribe before you fade. Dragons don't sleep, we just live through the shade. This fire don't die, it just waits for the rain. We'll be back again. Dragons don't fade. We break new worlds, we rebuild them twice. Turn wreckage into kingdoms with a roll of the dice. With pie on the flank and the chaos inbound, we grind till the dawn where the legends are found. Every glitch, every joke, every victory scream. It's not just a stream, it's a whole damn team. You show up strong, yeah, you carry the flame. DDG ain't a channel, it's a name. Hold that spark, keep it burning low. Let the memory hum like a drum beat slow. When the next run calls,